So, we are back today with some Battlefield content. It's been a while here on the channel. I decided to take a little bit of break because I needed one, or at least I slowed down the content a little bit. And then Destiny, The Edge of Fate came out, and we have been working a ton, grinding, making videos, writing scripts, and stuff like that. So Battlefield took a little bit of back burner, but with this news we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about a lot more, and you should definitely expect more of it on the channel. If you subscribed for Battlefield in the past in my recent videos, welcome. I apologize. If you're from Destiny and you're just checking out because you're curious on what I'm saying here, hopefully we can convince you to be curious about this information. We'll see whether or not we actually commit to a buy and play it, because 2042 was abysmal. But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Hopefully it's a good time. So before we do, just want to say, if you want more content from me, whether it's Battlefield, Destiny, or anything on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content, because being notified on when I do drop more content does help you watch my next video, because you're notified. But jokes aside, let's jump into it. So in a official post today, out of nowhere, was not expecting this at all, Battlefield 6 July 24th reveal trailer. That's it. And they dropped this little GIF here, and we'll just put up the picture. There's a lot to go over here. For one, this confirms the Brooklyn Dumbo concept art we saw a little bit of time ago. I did put up a poll seeing if you guys want me to talk about it. You guys didn't, so I didn't talk about it. But yeah, this confirms a lot. For one, a Brooklyn location, a city location, New York City location just screams Modern Warfare 3 to me from back then. Black Tuesday, the opening mission for that campaign, was incredible. The city stuff, fighting in that environment is cool conceptually. In real life, I really wouldn't like that because I'm very close to the city, but in a video game, I think it's a cool environment and a fascinating place to go for Battlefield, which I'm almost certain will be the first time in its history to be playing and having maps in New York City. So should be a interesting time for the franchise. One thing I can't say besides the war going on in the city is this is clearly going to be a global conflict, and hopefully that leads into a diverse selection of maps and content to play on, whether it's launch maps, whether that's post-launch content, and you guys better have a solid production pipeline for post-launch content. It is hilarious that in a live service era that you were able to pump out more maps in DLC packs in a short amount of time than you can in a live service method. So it is what it is, but yeah, global conflict is confirmed. Another thing that is somewhat confirmed, it leads into a release date, or at least conversation that I think is a little bit of bad news, but we'll leave that for the end, is that apparently content creators and media have been invited to play Battlefield 6 from July 29th to July 31st. This is a week after the reveal trailer, and the whole thing here is kind of similar to the COD Next format, which I hate, so hopefully they do a much better job than what Activision has done there. But yeah, there's going to be an gameplay stream, a dev stream. Players and media are playing it, and I'm sure these content creators will be capturing it. So I'm really curious to see how people take playing it, and some point after this, the beta will be playable for all. A specific open beta was described. We'll see if there's some closed beta nonsense. I hope there's not, because that requires you to pre-order. But yeah, I'm actually more curious about the gameplay event July 29th to 31st than the reveal trailer, because the only thing I've seen is leaks. I want to see better people play the game and actual good quality videos, not just 420 whatever p videos. So yeah, another thing too about the beta, which I think is a good thing, is that the other day Battlefield tweeted a tweet saying open weapons versus closed weapons. Why not both? Starting at open beta, players can choose official playlists with signature weapons locked to class or not, more to come. So this caught everybody by surprise. For one, they kind of doubled down and gave the middle finger when it came to our concerns and our desires for locked weapons in the class system. They reiterated some stuff with some good stuff. Again, I wanted to make a video on it, kind of didn't get a chance to, at least. So they kind of ignored that part, and out of nowhere they revisited it, and they're saying that they're giving players official playlists with lock weapons to classes, which basically means assault rifles to the assault class, SMGs to the engineer class, LMGs to the medic class, and of course snipers to the recon class. Carbines, shotguns, and marksman rifles will be those free weapons you can use across the board. And I think PDWs wouldn't be that. So yeah, it's nice that they're going to be seeing and testing that, and at least acknowledge our feedback in some capacity. Now, again, this doesn't guarantee that in the full launch of the game, they will actually listen, because remember, it is DICE and EA, and sometimes these bastards just don't listen. But the next installment of Battlefield seems to be doing much better in the listening side of the development than past games, even some of those golden games like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. It took DICE LA to save Battlefield 4, not DICE in Sweden. So just a little friendly reminder. But let's end off with some bad news. I've been pretty adamant about the release of this game being some point in February or March. Now, does that mean anywhere sooner is going to ruin the game? Not necessarily. We will talk about some dev production stuff in another video next week. I got to retune the script and things like that. But the slated game release via some data mines in the Battlefield Labs client is October 10th, which is one, way too soon, and two, before Call of Duty. One thing I have been saying besides the February March release is that you need to release after Call of Duty, specifically in a window where people get to digest the new Call of Duty, hate it, and want to move on. What does that do? Well, that opens yourself up to success, because you're going to be dropping a brand new shooter in a market that doesn't have big players like this. Battlefield is a big player at the end of the day, so you can get people curious to try it out and play it and even become new fans. That's one thing Bad Company 2 did. I had played Bad Company 1's campaign, didn't really do multiplayer on console, but Bad Company 2, I was a little bit tired of Modern Warfare 2. Bad Company 2 came out, great stuff, and ever since then, Battlefield has been my favorite franchise. It sucks that I've hated it for so long, and the last great Battlefield game I loved was Battlefield 4, but yeah, that moment made me a Battlefield lover for life, and one, if not my favorite shooter franchise of all time. So I really want this game to succeed, and I do think that there is a window for here, to release after Call of Duty. Black Ops 7 sounds awful, even though the main actor playing Mason, I love that guy as an actor. It sucks that the game sounds terrible in concept, but yeah, like October 10th isn't it. We'll talk about it in some dev stuff, but there is some development issues and identity issues with the game apparently. So I think October 10th isn't giving yourself a close enough time. Just release in the February, guys. You're not losing any more money because of Battlefield 2042. You burned the shit there. So make sure it's fully released, at least a fully playable game at release, and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news I have to talk about today on Battlefield. We'll have some more scripted stuff, more detailed stuff, more grander conversations soon with different things. I do want to talk about Secure Boot. I do want to talk about some things you don't want to do from Battlefield 2042. And then, of course, we'll talk about some of the dev stuff, and then we'll see what happens with the official reveal trailer and stuff like that. There will be a lot more videos to expect. So, like I said before, if you don't want to miss that, hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop that content. But yeah, that's all I have to say on this one. If you enjoyed, drop this video a like, helps out the video a ton. And as always, thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Until next time, ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.